So the problem, Senator Mandago, is a few leaders from this region who have proximity to the president. Ndio wanakoroga siasa huko kwetu. Kudanganya watu waanze kupanga mambo ya 2032. That is the problem there.
Let us not allow ourselves to be taken back to the politics of ethnic mobilization. If we want to mobilize our people, let us mobilize our people behind ideas.
Yes, the Deputy President GACHAGUA came out and lashed to the naysayers in the Rift Valley region, saying that there are some allies of the president who are working hard to unseat him as the kingpin of the Mountain Kenya region. This came as a surprise to many. Do you know why? Because sometimes the Deputy President GACHAGUA holds himself not equal to the office he holds. We all know that one of the most luckiest person in Kenya is GACHAGUA. He was a one-time member of parliament who rose to be the deputy president of the nation, beating seasoned politicians who had a lot of experience like Kimani Ichung'wah and many more. When the deputy president GACHAGUA was in Rift Valley, he made some comments which I found unnecessary. One of the very few reasons why the Deputy President GACHAGUA makes a lot of mistake is that he doesn't have a lot of political experience. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the mistakes which are being made by the Deputy President GACHAGUA, which makes him prone not to succeed William RUTO, what it means for Kenyan politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of Kenya. But before we do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. The Deputy President GACHAGUA was in Rift Valley and came out to say that there are some allies of the President William RUTO who are working hard to unseat him as Deputy President. And for me, I found those statements unpalatable, since they were coming from the sitting Deputy President. GACHAGUA has failed to build himself as a national leader despite being in the second most powerful position. He normally projects himself as a Mountain Kenya leader, which is a problem. And I'm going to explain this very properly. When Uhuru Kenyatta was the helm of the presidency, we all knew that he was a leader from the Mountain Kenya, but he didn't project himself as so. He projected himself as a national leader so that he can be supported elsewhere. The same to William RUTO. We all know that William RUTO is the leader of the Rift Valley or the Kalenjin nation, but he doesn't project himself as the leader from that nation. Even when he was the deputy president, he never projected himself as the leader of the Kalenjin. The same to Raila Amolo Odinga, is the leader of the Luo nation, but he doesn't project himself as the leader of the Luo nation because he wants to be voted elsewhere. GACHAGUA has failed to project himself as the national leader. In fact, when you hear him speak, you may think he's the leader of the Mountain Kenya region only. In this video, GACHAGUA is seen castigating the Rift Valley leaders, saying that they are fighting him to be the leader of Kenya. And I'm going to explain this to its entirety. Before I explain this, let me first give you the tape as GACHAGUA was talking about this. Here's the tape.
So the problem, Senator Mandago, is a few leaders from this region who have proximity to the president. Ndio wanakoroga siasa huko kwetu. Kudanganya watu waanze kupanga mambo ya 2032. That is the problem there. Let us leaders here a few, and there are few people who have proximity to the president. Wamefura, wamekuwa na kiburi mingi. Wanafikiria ati sasa wamefika, wanaweza kuja mlima ati wapange viongozi ya mlima. Sisi hatuwezi panga viongozi ya bonde la ufa, lazima tuheshimu nyinyi. Msijaribu kutupangia siasa ya mlima Kenya na kutupangia uongozi wa mlima Kenya. Nyinyi mupange siasa yenu na uongozi wenu. Siku Rais William Ruto atastaafu after 10 years, sisi hatutaingilia vile mnataka kupanga, nyinyi mtapanga wenyewe. Siasa huko kwetu wa mwezani nayo ni ngumu sana. Huko ya mlima ni ngumu sana.
That is Rigathi Gachagua. First of all, it was mistake to go in your president's backyard and such statements. Let me assume there are some people from the Rift Valley who are fighting with Rigathi Gachagua. This is not the best way to counter them, and I'm going to explain this very much. We all remember that there were some elements within the Mount Kenya region who used to fight William Ruto when he was the deputy president. Never at one time did he go to Mount Kenya and fought them directly. What William Ruto used to do is he used to go to Mountain Kenya with goodies, donations and others so that he can sway them to his side. This is what Rigathi Gachagua must do, not to attack them. He must visit Rift Valley as many times as possible with gifts and others, because the good thing here is in the second most powerful position and he has money. This is what he's supposed to do. Okay? Not attacking the naysayers, because we all know that every position, most especially those biggest positions, at every time there will be people fighting you. There will never be a time that a deputy president or a president will want to be fought. There will never be a time. Okay? Because even during Ruto's tenure, Isaac Ruto used to fight him, the governor in Rift Valley used to fight him. Okay? Moi Ruto used to fight him, but he never came out to say, oh, to go to Mountain Kenya to say that there are some people who are fighting me. In fact, he used freebies and donations. This is why even when Rigathi Gachagua promoted the Limuru 3, it was not a success, and in fact realized it and never attended. Because even in his own backyard, there are some people who came out to say that he's navigating a bad terrain. Among those people was Kimani Ichung'wah. In fact, Kimani Ichung'wah had this to say:
let us not allow ourselves to be taken back to the politics of ethnic mobilization. If we want to mobilize our people, let us mobilize our people behind ideas, not behind our ethnicity, not behind our regions. Let us mobilize our people behind ideas that will bring our people together as a country and as one united people, because that is what will benefit the people of Kenya.
That is Kimani Ichung'wah. Rigathi Gachagua got a chance to be the second most powerful person, but he is misusing this chance. Okay? There's a time even when he used the Nyeri governor and others to abuse the president. You cannot do that. Most especially when president still holds you in high regard. One of the best point Rigathi Gachagua has on William Ruto, that William Ruto has ever been in the same position. He knows. So by having a boss who has ever occupied that position, it is a plus. And remember, William Ruto was fought, but he fought the naysayers using wisdom, not being harsh. I've realized that Rigathi Gachagua doesn't have the political wisdom. Not everything is supposed to be fought harshly. Some things must be left to pass. Not everything is supposed to be commented on. Some things are supposed to be left. But Rigathi Gachagua going in the backyard of Rift Valley and saying that statement, it was uncalled for. Because trust me, being in that position will get people who will fight you from your region and the other region. What Rigathi Gachagua should do to buttress his support in Mountain Kenya is by moving out to get support from other regions. That is what William Ruto did. In fact, William Ruto had Isaac Moi fighting him and others. Okay? But he never projected himself as a Rift Valley leader. He used to move out to Mount Kenya. He used to go out in Western region to project power. Because one of the ways to project power in your home area is to get support in other areas. And Rigathi Gachagua has failed on that. Every time he comes out to speak, he speaks Mountain Kenya region. Okay? And that is not how a national leader should behave. And most importantly, a leader who may want to take over from his president or from his president William Ruto. So Rigathi Gachagua must up his stockings. He must stop projecting himself as a leader of Mountain Kenya, but a leader of Kenya if he wants to go far. Of course, that's my opinion. Drop your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.